Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Yo, it feels weird. It feels weird that we'll be having a conversation like this one. So, welcome to another Blorange Tears short. I'm just gonna chop it up for a few minutes, just talk about a specific topic, and then get out of here. Right? But it feels weird that the NBA universe has gotten a player that has so many limits that exceeds said limits, hindrances, and stumbling blocks. Right? Well, the New York Knicks has a guy or have a guy that every time there is a ceiling placed on what he can or can't do, he breaks through the glass ceiling. Maybe he's not tall enough. Maybe he's not athletic enough. Maybe he doesn't shoot. Maybe he doesn't score in the modern way of NBA scoring. Maybe his defense is not good enough. He was a second round pick. He doesn't have the mental makeup to be the guy. All of those things have been said about Jalen Brunson, and all those ceilings that were placed on Jalen Brunson have been broken through by Jalen Brunson. If you're a fan of the NBA like myself and a fan of the Knicks like myself, you're glad that this is kind of happening for your team, right? The question people ask me all the time, and they know the answer, but ask the question anyway, is when was the last time the Knicks had consistent point guard play this good? Well, you know the answer to that already. That's the reason why you asked the question in the first place. You know the answer is Clyde Frazier, right? And there have been some spurts in between, some intermittent greatness. Michael Ray Richardson, the early 80s, a forgotten about Nick, number 20, right? There's been some great play. People want to throw Ray Felton in there. There's been some Stephon Marbury in there, right? But when you ask the question, when has a point guard been this great for this long with the Knicks? You already know the answer. The answer is Clyde Frazier, the original glove, the original lockdown defender at point, the original Gary Payton, right? You know that it's Clyde Frazier. But if you're a Knicks fan or a fan of the NBA, what does this mean? What does this mean for you as a fan of the NBA, as a Knicks fan? You know what that means? Maybe it means you should be more patient with your second round picks. Maybe. Maybe you should give people a chance. Maybe. Or maybe you should stop overlooking players for their measurables. Maybe. Because you can measure hand length, you can measure arm length, you can measure height, you can measure weight, you can measure the three-quarter drill, you can measure three-point range, but you can't measure heart, determination, and leadership. The immeasurables, the intangibles, right? You can measure height. Hey, he's 6 foot even without shoes, or You can measure arm length. Oh, he has a 6'10" wingspan, right? You can measure all those things, but the things that you can't measure and the things that we seek out the most are the leadership skills, the impact on the game, the impact on others. Those are things that you cannot measure. Every time we set a ceiling for Jalen Brunson, somehow, some way, he seems to break through the glass ceiling. And to be honest with you, I think we're running out of glass ceilings. Everyone we put up, he breaks through it. I think we're running out of. If you're a fan of the NBA and you're a fan of the Knicks, you're running out of glass ceilings. At this point, why not say something along the lines that'll be more appropriate? Hey, maybe the sky is the limit for Jalen Brunson. Maybe the sky is the limit for Jalen Brunson. Everything that, and just to reiterate, everything that we spoke about Jalen Brunson, he doesn't shoot the three enough. And this is before he got here. He doesn't shoot the three enough. He has never led his own team. His defense has been shaky. He's not tall enough. He's not fast enough. He's not long enough. Can he lead his own team? All those things that we ask, all those individual glass ceilings, Jalen Brunson has broken through. So maybe the next barrier we should put in front of Jalen Brunson should not even be a barrier. Maybe we should just allow Jalen Brunson to take the Knicks on a magic carpet ride. All right, man. It was your main man, Uncle Freezie, just checking in. Didn't clock in Friday. Had a whole bunch of stuff. So thank y'all for watching. Hanging out with your man. Really short.